And first, we're going to talk about the Patriot systems that were destroyed in the vicinity of Pokrovsk. On this video, for example, we can see how the Russians managed to discover the convoy, and as a result of accurate Iskander strike, the entire convoy was destroyed. And according to information we have, 2 Patriot systems were destroyed, the personnel was destroyed, the crew, the let's say engineering machine and support machine. So this is the disaster for the Ukrainians. This is disaster because the Ukrainians were forced to bring Patriot systems as close as possible to the line of combat contact, because the Russians are using Su-30, Su-34, Su-35 massively. The towns like Avdiivka used to be under very heavy fire. Now the Russians are bombing Krasnogorovka, Acheretina, Pokrovsk, Selidovo. All these cities and towns are under very heavy bombing from the Russian side. And these tactics, this new Russian approach allows them to break through defense very fast. And of course, this combination of Russian aviation, guided bombs plus infantry can allow the Russians probably to penetrate and to break through this defense belt very soon, and even to reach Dnipro River probably with this year of 2024. So that's why the Ukrainians were forced to redeploy Patriot systems. Of course, when talking about complete air superiority and complete collapse of Ukraine air defense, it's not enough to destroy 2 Patriot systems. And let's say it's a critical damage. It's a damage, but not critical. So to understand and to receive the answer to the question whether the Russians managed already deal Ukraine's critical damage or just let's say very big damage, we need to increase the number of updates, for example, since let's say 11th of February, and to understand and to try to count how many air defense systems the Russians managed to destroy during the previous months. When talking about Kharkiv, we will not discuss because it will be too long then, but just during the previous months the Russians managed to destroy at least 1 IRIS-T system from Kharkiv direction. When talking about Donetsk direction, South Kupink direction, on the 5th of March, so basically 4 days ago, the video was published of how the Russians managed to discover and to destroy the Ukrainian S-300 air defense missile launcher in the vicinity of Liman, the town by the name of Liman. So basically, when talking about this video, now we have at least 2 videos, 2 cases during the previous 4 days of destroyed 3 artillery systems of armed forces of Ukraine. If we move to the south, let's say closer to Avdiivka direction, on the correct me if I'm wrong, on the 25th of February, the Russian sources published another video of destroyed Patriot system. At least the author of this video says that on this video we can see how the Ukrainians were trying to park a Patriot system, but the system was discovered by the Russians, and as a result of another Iskander or Tornado airstrike, that system was destroyed. So now we see that since the 25th of February till the 9th of March, the Russians managed to destroy up to 4 air defense systems of Ukraine on the very short, let's say, line from Seversky Donetsk River to Donetsk Avdiivka. And we are not taking in count the destroyed air defense systems in Kharkiv area. If we move a little bit to the south west from a regional area in Pokrovsk, we got another S-300 system discovered by the Russians somewhere among the tree lines and the brushes. And as a result of another Tornado S or Iskander strike, another system was destroyed. And this case took place on the 1st of March. So starting from the 25th of February, the Ukrainians probably lost up to 5 or even more air defense systems just in this small direction. And now the question, probably to answer to the question whether the Russians managed to deal Ukrainian critical damage or not, we have the answer to this question, right? But this is not the end. If we move further to the west, let's say in Dnipro direction, Dnipro is the capital of Dnipro region. This city is located to the northwest of Orekhov. The Russian sources published on the 26th of February how they managed to discover and to destroy the radar and the air defense systems of Nassams, and this system also was destroyed. So this is probably 6th or 7th case in a row starting of the 20th of February. And this is also not the end. If we move further to Kherson direction, just on Kherson direction we have, and the most important, we are not talking about HIMARS destroyed system. HIMARS of course is not air defense, but this is also very important, very expensive. When talking about toward Kherson direction, we have another NASAM system destroyed, not just NASAMs. Also, the Russians are saying that they managed to destroy IN MPQ-64F1 radar from the NASAM system air defense, and this and the NASAM system itself, they were damaged and destroyed by Lancet strikes. This event took place, this video was published yesterday. And when moving further to the west, closer to Nikolaev, we have another Buk M1 air defense system destroyed by the Russians. Of course, this Buk M1 system is responsible not to fight probably with S-34, Su-34, Su-35 aircrafts, maybe with drones, maybe with Russian Su-25 storm, let's say, aircraft storm vehicles, but also another air defense system. And in the vicinity of Chernobyevka, there was another Patriot destroyed, and this video was published on the 22nd of February. On this video, we can't make 100% conclusion whether the air Patriot system was destroyed. The only thing we can tell for sure that there is a Patriot track and there was a hangar where the Patriot track was heading to, or maybe left, and after that the Russians made the Iskander strike and that hangar was destroyed. For now, we can't tell for sure whether the Patriot system was destroyed or not, but we have some evidence telling us that there are very high chances that the system was destroyed. So once again, just since the 20th of February, very likely the Ukrainians lost up to 10 air defense systems, including several Patriot systems. So, and this is of course critical damage. This is the critical damage, and we can make a real conclusion that the Russians managed to establish complete air defense and air superiority. They managed to clear the sky above Ukraine from Ukraine air defense, and currently there are no barriers for the Russians to continue offensive operation, to reduce everything in front of them to ruins, to capture anything they want. And now the Western countries need to find a solution how to send additional forces, additional air defense system in this direction. Otherwise, they will be forced to try to stop the Russians somewhere along Dnipro River.